Hey all, I just read the Monday Meeting blog, and Rich pointed out that the Pugmire system actually has a new name, and it's something I realized I hadn't talked about. So I thought I would quickly toss up another design diary to kind of go over what's going on there. So the system is called Onyx20. It's not something you're going to see anywhere in the Pugmire book because I don't think it's necessarily relevant to the game. But one of the things that we've discovered is that a lot of people have been using Pugmire rules in their 5e games. In particular, there was at least one stream I know about that ran a Scarlands game, but they actually used the fortune rules from Pugmire. And I've seen people kind of use bits and bobs of Pugmire in their own 5e based games. Combined with the fact that Wizard of the Coast is naturally looking at doing future incarnations of Dungeons and Dragons. One thing we've learned with Scarred Lands is that basing it off of an extant edition of a game means that sometimes that game goes out of print, it's out of our control, and those books no longer necessarily become valid. So we decided, since Pugmire is an inclusive 5e-like system, that it makes sense to kind of reverse engineer that into its own kind of comprehensive system that we can use for other games. It might be for Scarlands, might be for other books, we don't know yet. That's still up in the air, so I'm not committing to anything. But that was one of the things that we really talked about, is that a lot of people have expressed a lot of fondness for Pugmire's system as well as its setting. And that way, by having our own kind of house system to sit alongside Story Path for those games, that it makes more sense to make them 5e based rather than Story Path based, even Story Path Ultra based, to have another option in our pocket was really, really valid. So that's something I've been working on in addition to working on Realms of Pugmire. So if you occasionally see me reference Onyx20, or if you hear about games coming out in the future that are based on the Realms of Pugmire engine, it shouldn't be a surprise, because it's something that was by design. One of the things I did in the background with Realms of Pugmire specifically was to make a few extremely minor tweaks, so that way future designers can adjust options a little more easily, as opposed to the I like to call hard-coded decisions that Realms of Pugmire had in first edition. So the system's called Onyx20, and you may hear more about that in the future. So that's what's going on with that. Catch you all later.